are the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the UCF Knights, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Miami Hurricanes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Knights will put total leather to crank us up. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Miami Hurricane offense will take the field to get things started. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone. And you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming in this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Turning it on! They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain. The Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to pass, it's Chadwick. Finds his tight end. Still running at the 40. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
This offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
From the 33, it's 1st and 10. He leaves it with his back. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and short. And the Hurricanes in the hurry-up. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down.
That's a nice-looking run, man, and what a legacy here when you think about Edgerrin James and Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Clinton Portis, game breakers at the running back position. This guy, he seems like he's destined to play on Sunday.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
And he kept that one just straight enough to graze inside the left upright. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Knights offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass and coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan.
Oh, he's got some space. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. The Knights just got that huge run. They love another explosive play.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground. They're trying to send a message with this running game. He stopped after a pickup of 4 to the 33.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once 1st down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
At the 20, he's got space. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Knights! And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
And the extra point was good. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Finds his man. It's Mays. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. And the Canes want to pick up the tempo.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Got it in the middle. It's Lofton. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Pulls and fires complete. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. The Hurricanes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. To the air, it's Chadwick. Deep shot for the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football, and you really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down. And the Canes kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. To the air on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Lofton. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. The Canes will have it 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Tackle behind the line of scrimmage, and what a big 3rd down stop by this defense. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Hauls it in the first down and more. Into the house. Touchdown, Canes.
Find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback. Find the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
And the extra point gives them a 3-point lead at 10-7. We've reached the break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. First play of the period, first down here. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking to throw, it's Applewhite. unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Back to pass. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Here's a hit. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
Well, this is a quarterback who's not known for his running ability, obviously. We've seen him make some great throws, but mobility, that's probably not on your bingo card. You saw it right there. He gets brought down for the sack.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That time to take a shot. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time. So let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire. Those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens. But you've got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. And the Hurricanes are in the hurry-up. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricanes!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. He breaks a tackle. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
They're working that left side. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now facing a 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Applewhite. Punch it out of the air. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down.
And that's a nice sigh of relief for the defense, too, right? There was a broken tackle. The guy made it look like he was going to pick up the first, but because of great effort defensively, they were able to get the stop, and now they're setting up 4th down.
He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Rushes on him. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
One thing I love about this linebacker, guys, he's really good against the run, but he's also nice in coverage, too. That time, a cover 2 look by the defense, so he's just playing in space. He's watching the quarterback's eyes. He's able to jump the route and come away with a turnover.
They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on film.
The Knights come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
Hand off from the shotgun. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Red pass, it's complete. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
And they can't make the connection.
Really nice third down sub defense there that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
And is slips just inside that right upright. They're back to within a touchdown. 17-10 is the score. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Scanning the field, it's Chadwick. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Snags it on the right. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
If I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Here's the pressure. Catch in the middle. It's Mays. He'll work his way down to the 28.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. And the Canes come to the line in the hurry-up. Fighting off the defender. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Quarterback moving. And the rush will get to him at the 25. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. The Hurricanes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Throws toward the end zone. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. So the pass interference in the end zone will have the ball placed at the 2. And the Canes are threatening on 1st and goal. Back's got it. And he murders into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami!
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with a lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time. So get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you just simply got to make them.
Back to throw, it's Applewhite. Working that left side now. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Pocket breaking down. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Second down, he'll throw it. Fires one high and deep. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, this matchup on that field there in Coral Gables, sign me up for another half. And talk about a first half for the dude in that backfield. That coaching staff has been giving rave reviews on a weekly basis, and through 2 quarters today, he's been a complete game changer. He's breaking the will of this defense, and that's something that's just very tough to quantify. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Hard Rock Stadium.
The Canes will kick it away to crank up the second half. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or 2, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here. Execute.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Wow, the Miami linebacker shows you his speed on that play, and linebacker in speed, synonymous when you're thinking about Miami Hurricane defense. Think about Ray Lewis, Jonathan Vilma, Dan Morgan, DJ Williams. Guys that can go sideline to sideline and guys that can rush the passer. Not easy to block.
And they can't make the play on third down. The Knights will punt it away on fourth down. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Last time they had it, just an aerial assault. Precision execution, moved right down the field and put it in the end zone. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. To the air, it's Chadwick. Spits it out to the back. Got his man in the middle. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
He'll do it himself. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Hurricanes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. And his first pass is incomplete. It's tough to come in and fire one early.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. And the Canes will punt this one away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are
nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one.
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. The Knights will line up to punt it away. Catches it at the 30. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's going to get loose. He just about took that one all the way to the house. They finally get him down after a tremendous return. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs and I'm in scoring position.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Canes! How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5? And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. In the backfield, it's McClain. There he goes. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wideout. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to the ground with the running back. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a 3rd down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Shoots it to the left. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. The Knights will try to pin them back with the punt. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. They'll get this drive started from their own 26. The give to the lone running back. He'll push his way out to the 30, a pickup of 3.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it. He's able to break it up for an incompletion.
There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Wants to throw. It's Chadwick. Trying to beat the D deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to throw again. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. And you don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong, but sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
Fires left. Makes the catch. It's Pringle. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41. The Hurricanes are moving quickly down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that second down incompletion. And that third down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. Picked it off, and this defense really needed something to go right. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, UCF! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And this defense has had a rough day, but how about this play? Breaking on the football, making the pick, taking it to the house, maybe build some momentum for some future games.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Interesting showdown in the MAC today, men. Take a look at how things are playing out. Bowling Green is just getting blown off the field right now. I mean, like him or hate him, I think anyone would agree this is tough to watch. They're trailing by 14 to Toledo. Any big developments here in the MAC, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us.
That's exactly the start you want when you're on offense. In this situation, 4-minute offense, I'm not worried about scoring. I'm not worried about getting a bunch of first downs. I need 2. I need 2 first downs, and I'm going to let that clock tick, and I walk out of here with a W.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Found that space and picked up 6 out to the 33. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Canes come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And he drops it, just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Well, they had the matchup they wanted. They had the running back working one-on-one with the linebacker on that angle route, but he couldn't reel it in.
With the catch, it's Lyle. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Quarterback may change this route. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Incomplete pass, and the defense comes up big, and they take over. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock it down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. The Knights now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Give to the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. This Hurricane defense has been an impenetrable wall all day, not moving an inch against these guys.
And it's a complete effort, Reese. It's the front. It's the defensive line owning the work up front. It's the linebackers running. It's the secondary all working together, reminiscent of the 2001 Miami defense. Under 10 points a game, putting together a performance today.
The Knights will line it up on 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Applewhite. Makes the grab. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. He'll pull it down and run. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit. The Knights headed quickly to the line. He's looking to throw. Fires to the end zone. Touchdown, Knights! Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
They want that clock to run. Breaks into the open. What a good job to be able to pick up that kind of yardage when you're trying to finish off the game.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we've got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, 1st down.
Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. Looking for a gap. It's Lyle. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. It's Gray. It's complete. They make the stop, but the sweet flowing catch is plenty to give them a 1st down.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are. Defense has to be aggressive. You know, they have to be aggressive because they're down. They've got to get to the quarterback. They've got to get stops. Nice job throwing the football there.
They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. And the defense in desperation mode, trying to hang on to give their team a chance. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Hurricane. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll send the back in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Fires to the big fella. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. Back to pass on 2nd down. What a job to lay out and make the catch. Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Looking to throw on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And the defense is smelling blood in the water at this juncture. They know the offense is going to throw it, and that's why you see these D linemen and linebackers, man, they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback, and the hit that time helped force the incomplete.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. And what a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
I'll tell you, this offense just can't afford too many more incompletions because time's running out in the game. They need big plays in the passing attack, vertically down the field, and they've got to score some touchdowns.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Down by multiple possessions. They can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that.
And man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this thing.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT.
Headed to the end zone, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Miami! They build this fourth quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
And the offense takes control of this football game. I tell you what, this offense...
A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort from this team. No frills, just get the job done and get the win.
I love